Howdy folks, Keywii here, and welcome back to Steins Gate, a safe space in which we are awesome where, honestly, I've forgotten some of what's happened in the last little bit. Last episode especially because of the fact that, you know, the crazy shit happened and was building up to 2 episodes ago. Now, I vaguely recall that Okabe, you know, interacted with Mr. Braun, and they went to, what's her name? God, my memory is the worst. Anyway, I vaguely recall a bunch of shit, and we're gonna jump right in. Thank you for joining me. Let's begin. Does she really have to tell Kirisu of all people? Mayuri looks so carefree that she stuffs her cheeks with takoyaki. I'm pretty sure she's smiling, not because of my love, but because of the takoyaki's deliciousness, typical Mayuri. Oh right, Okabe's, you know, sort of fawning over her. But seriously, did you have to tell Kirisu? So, what's the deal? I don't follow. Are you a couple or what? I've been meaning to ask. Do we look like a couple? I mean, we're 2 people. What sort of delusions does this girl have? You know, Okabe and Mayushi have been friends since they were little. No. I don't even slightly... I can mostly understand 3 of those words. Maybe. Don't talk with your mouth full. So, you're not a couple. Oh, well, of course. No one would willingly date Okabe after all. You disappoint me, Christina. Huh? What are you talking about? You finally revealed your true nature. Oh, Mary's crying. I saw how your eyes lit up the first hint of romance. You're nothing but a filthy mainstream girl. I bet you like to eat chocolate with your girlfriends and giggle about the latest celebrity love affair. Absurd. This lab has no need of the puppies and flowers in your head. It feels strange to be spewing this Shubiu nonsense again, after what I've been through. Gah. Is my innocence lost forever? What the hell are you on about? You self-proclaimed mad scientist, Shubiu nutcase? It's been a long time since I argued with Kirisu like this too. Feels good, man. The thought brings a sudden pang of loneliness. After failing to save Mayuri, I sought help from this genius girl. Even though her words were at times harsh, she supported and encouraged me to the end. But now all of that has vanished along with the time we spent with Suzuha. That was her name. Man, I'm just the worst. Thank you for your help, Kirisu. I silently give her my sincere gratitude. Also, technically, we don't actually know that she wants her own fort now. That was really weird. I finished typing on the X68000's keyboard inside, then turned to the divergence meter sitting on the shelf. The display reads 0.409431%. What does that mean? That means you're at 40%. 41. The universe is like this piece of yarn. Countless possible world lines exist side by side, branching out to infinity, which makes you really question why there's only so many numbers on the divergence calculator thing. You know, if it goes on to infinity, then there must be more than that. When the meter reads over 1%, you made it to the Beta world line. If you escape the Alpha attractive field and reach the Beta world line, then the result will change. Reach 1% divergence, and you'll save Shina Mayuri. Then, does that mean I haven't saved her? Divergence is still less than 1%. Is the world still converging on Mary's death? It can't be. It can't be. I mean, nothing happened yesterday. Mayuri's here safe and sound. So nothing will happen to her. Won't. I want to believe that, but the doubt within my heart is growing thick and black. I can hardly think about anything else now. No matter how hard I stare at it, the number on the meter doesn't change a digit. So far, reading Steiner is only activated after we sent past-changing emails. What about when I time leap? The vertigo I feel when I time leap might be caused by reading Steiner. Or maybe it's just a side effect of the memory transfer. Yeah, I'm fairly certain it's a biological effect of your body sort of rejecting the idea of your, like, high-strung emotions and memories and shit, so that it would be less of a problem if you just time leap to, you know, the same emotional state, really. It's possible to know. In any case, I'm prepared for the worst. I've already set the time leap machine's timer to send my memories 3 hours into the past. And with Dara's help, I found a remote 42-inch CRT downstairs. On a previous one, I even did something to change experiments, made a hole in the floor. Instead of fixing the hole, I made it bigger. 42-inch CRT is right under the hole, so if I point the remote at the hole and press the power button, the TV turns on. Ooh, okay. Now, should things go wrong, I can time leap at a moment's notice. And I also have future gadget number 4, Mode Snake, on hand in case of emergency.
Okabe.
Okabe. Karasu enters the development room. Didn't you say we weren't going to experiment with the time leap machine? This is just in case. In case what? I don't want to answer that. I keep praying that my fears will not be realized. It's okay. Everything will be okay. They didn't attack yesterday, so they won't attack today. At the very least, we've changed Mayuri's fate. But still, I can't help but pray. Please let Mayuri be safe. Please don't do anything. Please don't let anything happen. My prayers go unanswered. Ooh. That's what I thought would happen. Though not actually, I don't know. Door slams open. 5 men burst into the lab. I recognize them, the Rounders. They're aiming their guns at us, I freeze. Despair seizes my heart. My worst fears come true. It's happening exactly the same as before. Only this time Suzuha isn't here to save us. Hands in the air. Nobody move. Even the dark-skinned man's words are the same, though his voice is oddly very different. Eventually the unpleasant clack of heels echoes down the hallway. We just gotta make sure that Mayuri is alive, you know? Moeka-san? We're taking the time machine. I suppress my terror and grab Mayuri's arm. Don't move! The crew cut man says something he hasn't before. Makis, Karasu, Okabe, Rintaro, Ashida, Itaru. The 3 of you will come with us. You cannot resist. Come with us. You have nowhere to run. We have men stationed throughout Akihabara. What do I do? Should I use my concealed mode snake right now? Use it and then time leap? But Mayuri hasn't been killed yet. There's a chance she might not be killed in this world line. Hey, you! The crew cut man points his gun at me. My heartbeat jumps up. Cold sweat breaks out all over my body. I said hands in the air. I've only raised my left. Oh yeah, no, even in the image. What are you hiding? I have to use it. I swallow my fear and activate mode snake. White smoke instantly fills the room, rendering it impossible to see. The Rounders won't be able to aim through this. I have to time leap while it lasts. I grab Mayuri's hand and fumble through the smoke towards the development room. Shoot them! I hear the sound of guns firing wildly behind me. It's an uncomfortable sound. Suddenly Mayuri's arm gets heavy. I trip forward and land on my face. Our hands were separated in the fall. I grope around and soon find her slender hand. Okabe. Mary's feeble whisper reaches my ears. Was she hit? The rounder's blind shot hit me, Yuri. I have to voice, but I don't want to ruin it. Mary's voice quickly fades away. Strength drains from her fingers. But Mary doesn't answer. I'm sorry, Mary. Once again, I've failed to save you. I thought I'd succeeded, but I was wrong. I hear my teeth grinding in my head. I hear Karasu and Dara screaming as the gunfire continues. Sharp pain flares at the top of my head. Press down with my hand, it comes away soaked with blood. It hurts, it hurts, it hurts. It feels like someone took a saw to my skull. My ears are ringing. I stumble, I can't stand up straight. I need to get to the time leap machine. Squeeze Mary's limp hand one last time, then crawl to the development room, fumble for the headgear, and put it on. I point the remote at the hole in the floor and press the power button. The TV turns on downstairs. I can hear people laughing on the screen. Target A! Target C secured! Okabe! Run! Shit. I clench my fist in frustration. The time leap machine is already activated. The search phenomenon is starting. The floor begins to shake. Once again, I leap to the past. So here's an interesting thought. Oh, you only set it to 3 hours backwards as opposed to a specific time. So here's an interesting thought. What if, hypothetically, you use the D-mail to change the past, and then you time leap backwards? Do you then get to experience the world that the D-mail changed? Because that would be an interesting one. I feel as though that should be explored at some point. The world collapses, then reforms. Once again, I feel that odd numbness behind my eyes. The pain atop my head is gone. I wipe the sweat off my brow and look around. I can't see Mode Snake's vapor anymore. Anymore is one word. The air is clear. Karasu is reading a Western book like usual. Mary's playing a handheld game while eating a banana. Dara isn't here. I recall he said he was going out somewhere. I quickly swallow my words. Green, you want a banana too? I wave my hand no. Mary tilts her head quizzically, then goes back to her game. I sink into the sofa and close my eyes. Somehow I resist the urge to scream in frustration. I have to think. I erased our memories with Suzuha. I changed the world line, but it wasn't enough. The divergent meter still reached 0.4%. How do I get it above 100? Or 1? Wait. If I try to solve the problem alone, it'll just end the same way. I need to consult Karasu. Karasu. Come with me a second. I lead her out of the lab. We sit on the bench in front of the building. Suzuha's bicycle is still absent. What is it? You don't normally say my... You don't normally say my name normally. That one tripped me up a little. Karasu frowns at her own words. That came out weird. Please, help me. Oh, this is a shock. I never thought I'd hear those words from you. You have a fever? No jokes. I seriously need your help. You time leap, didn't you? I nod. How much do you know? How much do I know about what? About Suzuha being thrown tighter. What? Kersue gives me a blank stare.
その発想はなかった。
Never even occurred to me. When we prevented Suzuha from leaving on August 9th, we ended up staying until August 13th. She ended up staying until August 13th. But that outcome was changed by my last email. What happened during those 4 days on this world line?
タイムリープマシンは完成したか？
Have you finished the time leap machine?
何言ってんの？
What are you talking about? It
昨日
finished
私
yesterday
が
after
徹
an
夜して
all-nighter,
完成させ
remember?
たでしょ？岡部は
When
いつ
did
から
you
飛ん
leap
できた
from?
の？
今日の夜8時頃。
8 p.m. tonight. It looks like I'll have to explain everything all over again. Oh, the time it will take. I told her about Mayuri's many deaths and about what happened with Suzuha and Moeka. I also gave a summary of what Suzuha told me about the structure of the universe. Kersue does not appear to doubt my story.
話をまとめると
So basically, even if you get the
5100
IBM
が手元に戻って
5100
くれ
back,
ば勝ち。
Kersue sums up what I told her.
あくまで予測だけど
This is just a guess.
天音さんの話を
But
逆
maybe
の
you
視点
should
から
look
考
at
え
what
てみればいい。
Monami-san said from the opposite angle.
IBN5100
I think the critical
岡部
change
が
takes
手に入れ
place when
て
you get the IBM
セルにある
5100
デ
and
ータを
erase the
消
data
すそ
from
の
Steins'
瞬間が
database.
おそらくその瞬間
That instant is
ダイバー
most
ジェンス
likely
が
when you'll
1%
achieve
オーバーに
divergence
達
over
するはず。
1%.
問題は
The problem is where the IBM 5100 is
今
now.
はどこにあるかな？
岡部は一度
You've already found it
IBM
once. That is, if your memories are real.
その世界線へもう
If
一
you
度
can
行ける
get
ことが
back
で
to
き
the
れば
world line where you first
必然
obtained
的
it,
に
then isn't it
手
bound to
元に戻
return
っ
to
てく
you?
るんじゃない？
なるほど。
I see.
そうか。
You're right.
IBN5100
The
は
IBM 5100 was at the lab and then it suddenly
ラ
disappeared.
ボからこ
前にそのことで騒いで
You
たわ
threw
ね。
it. You threw a fit about that earlier. I remember thinking,
Okabe
"Oh God,
was
Okabe's
saying
finally
he
lost his
also
ability to
had
distinguish
to
fantasy from reality."
アメリカかぶれめ。
You're such a wannabe American. What do you mean, oh God? Oh, I get it. Christians. A Christian. That's hilarious. Kirsten looks at me in disdain as soon as those words leave my lips.
誰がうまいこと言えと言っ
It's
た？
terrible.
俺も口に出してか
I
ら。
regret it too. I'm sorry. That's really funny, actually. There's no time for puns.
それでクリスティーナ。
So,
お前
Christina,
はこう言いたい
let
んだ。
me see if I understand what you're saying.
俺たちが生じさせて
The
しまった
changes we made to the world line, namely all the D-mails we sent, must be
これ
reversed.
まで IBN5100 を
That will return us to the world line where I found the IBM 5100 at Yanabayashi Shrine. What I've experienced so far, I'm confident that the IBM 5100's disappearance from the lab wasn't due to theft. After all, I was sleeping at the lab, and whenever I wasn't around, another lab mem was. The lab was occupied every hour of the day. It would have been impossible for someone to steal that heavy computer without anyone noticing, especially since, presumably, the strongest person there is Mayuri. Makes more sense to assume that a D-mail caused us to diverge from the world line where I found the IBM 5100 at Yanabayashi Shrine.
あくまで仮説だけど
It's still a
私
hypothesis.
は
I
あんた
only
の
came
説
to that
明だけを
conclusion
も
based
と
on
に
your
判断し
explanation.
ているから
Yeah, you also have to ask which D-mails were sent before you found it and which were sent after. Now, without fault, without any sort of question, Moeka's was sent after it. But what about Luca's or, I guess anyone else's? I don't remember who else. Oh, the lottery one. That was one. That could have changed the thing.
もしあんたが事
If you're
実誤認
mistaking
を
your
していたり
facts, deceiving me,
私を
or
騙
shooting
そう
off
としていたり
delusions, then this
妄
hypothesis
想
will
を垂れ
fail.
流していた場合は
Shooting off
この
of
仮説は
delusions?
あっけなく破綻する
I guess? This assistant of mine has no confidence in me at all.
この仮説を
You
盲
can't
目
just
的に
blindly
信じて
follow
もら
this
ってはいけない
hypothesis either.
保険はいくつかあるとはいえ
You may have a safety
不活
net,
な
but
行
if
動
you
をと
get
って
careless and leave
もし
yourself
も
without a
罪
way
になっ
out,
てマユリを
then
二
you'll
度と
get
助け
another
られなくなる
chance to
ん
save
だ
Mayuri. I know that. I'd ask for Suzuha's opinion too, if she were here, but on this world line she traveled in 1975 on the night of August 9th. There is no way I can speak to her now.
どうして IBN5100 が
Why did the
消えたの
IBM 5100 disappear?
これま
Did
で
the
に送
emails
った
cause
D メ
its
ールの中の
disappearance?
どれが
Now here we
それ
go.
を突き止めるのが
Figure that out and
解を
you'll
導くた
be
めの
well
近道
you're well on your way to finding the solution.
わからないのは
What I don't understand is how we delayed the timing of Mayuri's death exactly 24
ずれ
hours.
たことだ。
確かに気になるな。
True, that is interesting.
ダイバージェンスが
Maybe it's
変わった
related
こ
to
と
the
が
change in
関係してる
divergence.
の。バタフライエフェクトの可能
It could
性
be
が
the
ある。
butterfly effect. If
それなら
that's the case, any
ほんの些
trivial
細な原
change
因でも
could produce a
結果に
significantly
は大きな誤差が生じ
deviant
る。
result. I don't think the butterfly effect has anything to do with, like, days. Usually that's years at a time. But anyway, that'll have to be for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Of course, I'm Keywii. Great you and yourself a delightful day. Goodbye.